It's time for the Midday News. It's Friday, November 15, 2024. How are you? I'm Ramon Gordon. Thanks for joining us. Homewood Technical High School in Manchester closed this morning following the fatal shooting of a bus driver. Preliminary reports are that no other staff members or students were harmed. We'll bring you more details at 7. And Jamaica's tourism industry is facing rising unrest as workers at Iberostar in Montego Bay stayed off the job on Friday. The workers' demands echo long-standing grievances, threatening the stability of the country's flagship sector.
I've been at Iberostar almost 2.5 years, and my gratuity never reached $20,000. We are looking for 50% raise. We need raise because we're working so hard. Yes, we want to go the extra mile, but it shouldn't be so hard. People from other countries coming in our country come and work, and they're getting paid better than us. We need somebody to stand up for us, and we having a union coming to represent us because this cannot work. This cannot go on.
Opposition Senator Janice Allen is slamming the government for failing to prevent what she sees as chaos in the tourism sector as workers went on strike at Iberostar this morning. It follows a series of similar strikes in the Grill and Hanover recently.
I have said it before, and I will say it again, that I continue to support the workers who are demanding fair treatment and adequate compensation, because this emphasizes their contributions, which are the backbone of the industry. But at the same time, I acknowledge that there are challenges faced by investors who have been grappling with a series of disruptions all this year, including travel advisories, severe water shortages in the Grill, rising inflation, and the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl.
Allen is criticizing Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett for perceived inaction, accusing him of neglecting the sector's needs and risking Jamaica's global reputation ahead of the critical winter tourist season.
It is clear that if Minister Bartlett had been more attentive to the needs of both workers and investors and acted swiftly to mitigate these issues, the sector would not be in such turmoil as we approach the winter tourist season. I'm therefore calling for calm and constructive dialogue among all stakeholders, and I urge the government to engage with the opposition in crafting an effective long-term solution.
Roadways in northern St. Elizabeth were reportedly blocked yesterday, but no one was present when police arrived. The blockages are believed to be in protest of poor road conditions, which residents say pose a serious threat to users.
The police received information that residents were blocking several major corridors on the northern section of the parish. Police responded, and upon arrival at the various locations, no one was seen. However, it was observed that a number of trees were cut down and used to block the major corridors. The roads that were affected include the Magati to Silo Main Road, the Rahim to Balaclava Main Road, and the Balaclava to the Braze River Main Road in the vicinity of Bogue Hill.
Sections of the roadway are now passable. However, motorists are urged to proceed with caution. Tertiary education remains a key aspiration for many young people, but the cost continues to be a significant barrier. UTech Students Union President Rick Darby, speaking on CVM's lead story, urged a re-examination of current student funding systems to make higher education more accessible.
Well, I think overall there needs to be more structure, because as it stands for the subvention, we keep on complaining about the subvention because it keeps 1 minute up, another minute down. And what the universities have been doing, whenever there's a decrease in the subvention, you realize that there's an increase in the tuition fees. And then that in turn, we have a low retention rate because we have a lot of students, they're dropping out because they simply can't fund it. Yes, the government has brought forward new ways at looking at student loans, so no guarantors, so that's a good step. But it also has this student needing to finish tertiary education. When they look at it, they're saying, okay, I've completed my education. Can I find a job that is able to adequately fund me, so to take care of me and my family while I'm able to pay back these loans? So while there are loans in place, there is still a high cost that we have to pay as students. So in looking at the model, we definitely have to relook it and rethink it, because there needs to be a consistent way of funding that the universities understand. So for example, is it that you're going to fund based on the output that the universities are producing to the workforce? Or is it that you're going to look at it from a research perspective where the universities are responding to different challenges you have in this sector? So looking at even climate change, is it that if one university comes up with the solutions to solve these problems that we're having, then we're going to increase that funding? So there needs to be a definite look at how it is at the moment. So UTech is an underfunded institution. Currently our subvention is about 3 times less than what UE gets. Are they 3 times larger than us? No, they're not. But we still have that challenge to face. And so going forward, there needs to be a different look, a different perspective. There needs to be a common understanding of what exactly, what builds up the model of funding. So where are they getting the ideas from in terms of the funding? And then from there, take the necessary steps forward.
101 JPS customers have a shot at sharing $2 million in bill credits through the company's Appiness, that's APPINESS campaign. Brand Marketing Manager Ramisha Kelly Williams shared details on how to enter during an appearance on Sunrise this morning.
So directly, one, we are teaching and encouraging you. Download the app and use it.
Yeah.
So don't just have it on your phone. Actually use it. The daily tracking of your usage really helps you to understand, okay, is this the best time to iron or to do the laundry? Do I have things plugged in that are really not in use? Because those things add to the consumption that is taking place within your premises. So it's important that persons understand that and use the functionality of the app to help them to save more. And we are saying, if you view your bill, set a budget, or you track your usage, then we are crediting your account with $20,000 on your December bill.
How many, please? How many dollars?
20,000 Jamaican dollars will be credited to your bill, your December bill, and that will happen for 101 JPS customers as we continue to celebrate our 101 anniversary this year.
I like that.
Portmore Deputy Mayor Alric Campbell has welcomed NEPA's proposed partnership with the municipality, but raised critical environmental concerns. Shante McNeil has the details.
Portmore's Deputy Mayor Albert Campbell has welcomed the National Environment and Planning Agency's NEPA recent interest in partnering with the municipality. The municipality has since invited NEPA's CEO Leonard Francis to Portmore to visit the area following his announcement of a planned partnership with municipalities across Jamaica. However, while Campbell has lauded this move for partnership, he has voiced several concerns, urging NEPA to address local environmental priorities.
I'm concerned that persons are weary of NEPA being under the direction of the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. And as a result of that, in an effort to drive development and to drive construction and so on, the environmental impact on the people is sometimes forgotten.
He also shared his concerns for the Rio Cobre.
We also are concerned that a slated development of that will concern chemicals may impact the Rio Cobre which is behind. And so we are waiting to see. Happily, we asked the question and we were told that no application has come to the council. So from that standpoint, we will be on guard looking to see what will happen with that application.
He suggested NEPA adopts a move to protect natural resources in the area.
We want to call on NEPA when the works begin and the partnership starts to consider declaring that whole Dawkins Pond, Port Denison Road area as a protected area so that the natural resources that are there and the ecosystems can do their duty in protecting the people as we protect the ecosystems themselves.
For CVM News, I'm Shante McNeil.
It's time for a quick break. More after this. Welcome back. You're watching CVM News at noon. It's now time for our discussion segment. BizTech 2024, hosted by the Jamaica Technology Digital Alliance, JTDA, marks 40 years of innovation this November 20 and 21 in Kingston, with a focus on sustainability and scalability. The event will spotlight cutting-edge trends in tech and global achievements of Jamaican entrepreneurs. Joining us to share more on the event is Alexia Beckford, Program Manager from JTDA. Ms. Beckford, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me a bit about your event. What is it?
So we are having a technology conference focused on technology, sustainability and scalability, technology for the future. And it's reflective of what we're doing as an organization in line with our mandate to provide access, influence and empowerment through technology. And we're getting feedback from our members, both in government and private sector. And the event is focused on many topics, but focused on AI, cybersecurity, data protection, and so much more. But what I'm really excited about for the MSMEs who are tech-enabled or may not be tech-enabled yet is our capital raising panel. We'll have the top VC speakers, Lise Berkundavi from BKR Capital, that's a leading black VC firm in Toronto. We'll have Daniel Graham from Firehood, who recently gave a $200,000 grant to someone who's first generation in Canada. And I'm also looking forward to MSMEs who have said to us, how do we get funding? So we know we have IPOs and APOs, but a lot of MSMEs are missing grants.
Sustainability and scalability. Why that theme? Why now?
I think with everything that's going on in the current climate, we know that average businesses, if you survive over 5 years, you have really made it. And we want every Jamaican business to be empowered so that it can agitate the economy and we can get more money in.
Yes.
So that's why that theme.
Tell me about the JTDA, its work. How does it support Jamaican entrepreneurs, not only locally, but on the global stage, of course?
Definitely on the global stage. So we have been around, formerly Jamaica Computer Society. We've been around for over 40 years. And as I mentioned, our mandate is to provide access, influence, and empowerment. And what does that look like? Providing our MSMEs to access to Canadian accelerators and incubators so that they will meet investors, so that they will pitch on an international stage. And 2 times this year, we brought up entrepreneurs to Canada to pitch on the Black Innovation Zone stage in Collision, where they were able to meet investors. One of our entrepreneurs met the Canadian billionaire, Frank Baylis. Yeah.
Tell us about some of your other famous entrepreneurs. Who would we recognize?
You definitely recognize Sheldon Poe. You're definitely going to recognize up-and-coming Rand Simmons, then Arthur Analytics. You're also going to recognize Delton Phillips' particular presence. We have a long list of entrepreneurs who are making their mark in the space, right? You have Raquel Seville, she's in Techstars, she's also a member, she's doing amazing things. So what we're saying is come find out about these entrepreneurs, find out how you can become tech-enabled, find out how you can be empowered, so that you are not saying, okay, AI is going to take over, but you're learning the skills, because we actually have a workshop on artificial intelligence, AI, teaching you how to prompt.
You preempted one of my questions earlier. I was going to ask about what participants can expect. You said cybersecurity, AI, etc.
Yes.
You mentioned a workshop. How else will the material be delivered, and what else can they expect?
So our conference is a bit different, and the reason why it's different is because you're going to have master classes, you're going to have fireside chats, you're going to have panels, and you're going to leave with something, because that's our mandate. We want you to come to the conference, network, but you're going to leave with something that you can take, whether you're academia, a government official, a CIO, CTO, whether you're MSME, you're going to leave with something that you can implement.
My producer has put through a question here, and I have to ask you.
Yes.
How did the participation in Black Women in Tech Week influence BizTech's goals?
Definitely. So that partnership was through Nobelum in conjunction with DBJ. And what I loved about it is we heard from female entrepreneurs. We heard about the challenges with raising capital. I heard about, grant writing and how that's done. And that really influenced how we shape this year's conference and what persons can expect. So the capital raising conference are actually like 2 of the leading women in Canada that will be at this conference. We also implemented the grant writing workshop, because if you don't know how to apply, if you don't know how to write, you can't get funding. And that's crucial. So we've listened to our members, we've listened to the ladies who said they want access to capital, they may want to get VC funding. the question is, if you don't know these persons, how are you going to know what they need? So that definitely impacted how the schedule was structured and who we reached out to.
You've explained a lot, you've outlined a lot of opportunities to expect, and if that hasn't sold people, I don't know what will, but this is your final chance. Sell it.
So, BizTech Conference, Sustainability and Scalability, Technology for the Future, November 20th is completely virtual, so you can't miss. All you need to do is log on. November 21st will be in person, and you're going to be able to touch and feel CEOs, CIOs, and CTOs. You're going to have workshops, you're going to have fireside discussions, you're going to have panels, and you're going to leave with something to implement for your business or your organization. So come, explore, and learn.
Nice. Fantastic. What a great conversation. That was Program Manager from the Jamaica Technology Digital Alliance, JTDA, Miss Alexia Beckford. Thank you so much for joining us in the studio. Now to international news. South African police have refused to assist illegal miners trapped underground in Northwest Province. The mine entrance was sealed off as a part of a crackdown on illegal mining, leaving those inside without food, water, or other essentials. The details from Al Jazeera.
Police in South Africa call this Operation Close the Hole. The aim is to force people working in an illegal mine in Stilfontein to return to the surface where they'll be arrested. Authorities sealed the entrance to the mine to stop food and water being transported underground. They estimate 300 to 400 people are in the mine, but community leaders say as many as 4,000 could be down there and fear many may die as a result.
It shows that the government has intention of at least committing genocide. I mean, our government has launched a case against Israel for not providing food to people. Now we are here in South Africa. The very same government cannot provide food to the people that are dying in the same land.
It's unclear how long the miners have been working underground, but it could be many months.
I've got my brother. One brother came to do mining. Now we've got 7 months inside, but I'm looking for that brother. I don't have even communication with my brother. That's why you see me here.
Some miners are believed to be suffering from a lack of food and water and may be too weak to get to the surface, but police say it's too dangerous to help them.
We have consulted with the mine owner, we have consulted with DMRE, and they are telling us that it is unsafe, it's inhumane to allow people to go down there. We have taken a decision that no police officer, no soldier, no government official will go down to an abandoned mine. Firstly, there are hazardous gases that are flowing there.
This mine is one of several in the Northwest Province targeted by police in the past month as part of the government's campaign against illegal mining.
Stay with us. Sports is next. Welcome back now to sports. Jamaica's Reggae Boys suffered a 1-0 defeat to the United States in the first leg of their CONCACAF Nations League quarter-final on Thursday night at the National Stadium. Here are the highlights.
Pulisic ahead for Ricardo Pepi. Pepi's in! Pepi scores! Very tight. Pulisic playing assist man. It looks like it was just onside there. Greg Lee looked to be playing Ricardo Pepi onside. Now Ari Lee, but it's won back quickly. And Shamar Nicholson on the turn. Nicholson weaving through. Nicholson goes down. No whistle on this step right here. No doubt about it. There is contact there. The equalize against the United States. Damari Gray, it's saved! Matt Turner. And another look at Matt Turner's save. Damari Gray.
We adapted to their shape in terms of their box in the midfield, and with Pulisic and McKennie, we had to make sure that we picked them up, and it was great effort from the team in terms of pressing, but we were too open. So in terms of creating chances, it gave us some chances. It gave us the penalty. It gave us opportunities when we did win the ball to break, transition. But also the game we felt was too open.
Now to T20 international cricket. Glenn Maxwell produced a lightning show of his own as Australia powered to a comprehensive victory in the first game of their three-match series against Pakistan in Brisbane.
In a match shortened to 7 overs a side after frequent thunder and lightning around the Gabba, Maxwell, who was elevated to number 3, hit a dashing 43 from 19 balls, which included 3 sixes and 5 fours. The innings was finished off by Marcus Stoinis as the Australians posted 93 for 4.
Overpitch to Stoinis, only going to be one result. On the roof and bouncing away. One short of 90. Marcus Stoinis, freebie there. Short, slow one, no third man. Little cameo from Stoinis to finish things off was fantastic. Boundary to finish it. Australia looking to defend 93 in a 7-over match.
With no option but to go hard in reply, Pakistan's pursuit was in disarray in a hurry, losing 5 wickets in the first 15 balls of their innings.
Irfan just whips it straight up in the air. Another opportunity for a catch. Another one taken. Australia good in the field. A third catch for Jake Fraser-McGurk. Ellis has got 2 in his first over.
In the end, Pakistan never threatened, falling 29 runs short.
Zampa goes wicket to finish the match.
The second game in the 3-match series will be played on Saturday in Sydney. Angela Melville, CVM Sports.
With 17 race days to go this season, all eyes are on the Jockey's Championship at Caymanas Park. Radish Roman, who rode 2 winners on Saturday, leads Stephen Foster by 2.
The title-chasing Roman ticked off his first win in race 6 aboard Patrick Lynch's Golden Lawyer in the restricted condition maiden event for native-bred 3-year-olds over 1,200 meters.
Coming to the furlong pole, it's Golden Lawyer in front, about 6 or 7 lengths in front. And I do believe Golden Lawyer has flown the coop. Golden Lawyer beginning to pull away.
He extended his lead to 3 over his main rival Tevin Foster after booting home Gary Subrati's Desert of Malibu in the 7th. The graded stakes open allowance event for native-bred 3-year-olds and up attracted 7 runners.
This is the Port Royal Sprint, a 16th to run. It's the mare Desert of Malibu. She's overwhelmed them. She's left them all in shock and awe. Desert of Malibu wins it.
Race 8 provided Foster with his only win on the 10-race card after landing the St. Elizabeth Distaff 1,600 meters overnight allowance event astride Power From Above for former champion trainer Anthony Nunes.
Who now strikes the front, and Power From Above is all power this afternoon. Terrific Tevin Foster and a Power From Above, landing the St. Elizabeth Distaff.
So after 69 race days or 649 races, Roman, who took over the lead 3 weeks ago, will go into Saturday's 10-race card on 117 winners to Foster's 115. In the meantime, Gary Sobrati's 5-year-old chestnut Atomica with regular rider Dane Dawkins silenced skeptics with a gate-to-wire victory in the 4th running of the $6 million Jamaica Cup. 10 went postward in the 1900 meters, $6 million graded stakes event.
Down the stretch it is Atomica and Dane Dawkins. Inside the final 3/16th, Atomica with the lead. The brave Run Julie Run now trying to whittle away at it. Atomica out in front. Run Julie Run begins to get closer. Atomica asked to continue on inside the final 16. Dane Dawkins all over Atomica. Run Julie Run running her heart out, but Atomica wins the Jamaica Cup over Run Julie Run, Fun Condon, Further and Beyond, and Fearless Soul.
It was the 3rd straight year Atomica, along with trainer Gary Sobrati and jockey Dane Dawkins, were winning the 3rd richest event at Caymanas Park.
She loves this going. She loves the 2-turn. I mean, she has a track record for this, the 9.5. So, you know, I expected a really big win. I did it for Mr. Webby because, you know, all is not so hot, but, you know, I'm glad I got this one for him.
Angela Melville, CVM Sports.
That's it from our newsroom. I'll see you again at 7 for more news and sports. I'm Ramon Gordon. Good afternoon.